Thanks for tuning in to another Raw Milk interview. I'm in it. You and I, it's been a long time, man. How you doing?
Doing well, man. How you been?
I've been all right. I think it's been probably since last December. It's really good to see people's faces, even if it is on Zoom interviews that I haven't seen in a long time. So this is
Yeah,
good.
man. It's good to catch up.
Yeah, we met. And what?
Broad Ripple.
Yeah, in Broderville. How long do you think that ago? You think that was?
Wasn't even thought of. Yeah, that was a little minute ago.
But it was in Broderville. It's sabbatical. You
Yep.
played a show there, and I was running sound,
Yeah.
and that was
And then we
honest.
saw each other at the same place we worked.
Yeah, yeah. And then we both were like, I know you, I recognize you. That was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad too.
Memory, man.
What's that?
I said you got a good memory because
No,
I forgot about that show, and I was like, oh, I did perform it.
oh right, yeah. Well, it's not even like you were impressive to me. It that was the thing about it. When I run sound, when I run live sound, it's not that I don't like anything that I'm listening to or that I necessarily do sometimes. It's just I don't have. I kind of train myself, or just it's good for me to work to not necessarily have an opinion. Um, that doesn't mean that I don't remember you being so quite impressive too.
Yeah,
Do you remember who you
man.
played with?
We just try to keep good vibes all the way around, man. It's we love what we do. We all passionate.
Yeah,
Work as a team. So like they play a big role of making me who I am as an artist.
I feel like you were, but that's that's where you're from, yeah,
Yeah, from Chicago, South Side, born and raised.
yeah,
Um, not the not the best area, but I love it dearly.
yeah, and that's where you got your start in music.
Yeah, I would say, a lot of people, what I'm saying, those around me, they was always rapping or singing. But yeah, I started off as a battle rapper.
Oh, is it okay?
That's how I got known. Like, yeah, I was just, at that time I got a rush off just I guess humiliating people.
In the battle rapping,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But eventually when I met DJ Showtime, huge DJ in Chicago, he pretty much him and this producer Yayo, they really groomed me, man. Like they got me in the studio, started getting that habit of learning how to write actual songs and learn terminologies and the whole nine. It's
How old were you then?
great transition.
How old were you at the time?
Uh, I started honestly. I was probably like 13 when I really started getting known. Like,
Oh no way!
as a battle rapper. Like, yeah, it was like when he like going against kids. Like, what I'm saying, we was raised fast, so I'm going against grown men. Like, just got the balls to say whatever I wanted to say to him. I would say around 15. That's when stuff really started getting good. I got my little deal with Sony. Um, I was young and dumb at the time, so I didn't know the business too well. So
Yeah,
kind of imagine how that worked out.
I've heard a lot of those stories.
Everything's a learning experience.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of those stories. I think they like the young and dumb. They make more money off of them.
Absolutely.
So, like, I'm trying to imagine you as a 13-year-old battle rapping uh, on the south side of Chicago. What? Who were you? You must have been taking from an influence. One of my favorite things when I first, but was seeing him freestyling in the streets, and which, according to the documentary, is how he got his start too. That's how he got picked up that way. So, like, what though? What would you say your influences were then? What were you trying? Who were you trying? Not, I imagine you were trying to be yourself, but like,
Yeah.
who were you using as a model?
Um, to be honest, I'm gonna be very honest. Like no one really. It was just I think because I was always the type to be underestimated. That gave me enough adrenaline alone to try to prove my point. I can't honestly say there was a lot of, what I'm saying, battle rappers and even music artists I respect, don't get me wrong. Like, that I did listen to and took notes from. But I can't say like during those moments, I was trying to live up, what I'm saying, to
Hmm.
something that I admire, you know what I'm saying, in my field.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, I was always the underdog. So that was enough reason for me to just get down and get the business.
Yeah. When did you know you were going to do this for, like this is that basically not so much that this was going to be your life, but that you couldn't get away from doing this as your life, because that's what I found, and a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. As time went past, you know, the more the addiction, you know, um, I think I would say I knew this is what I want to do, operate, because once my mind started transitioning to that point, I knew I was locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of an acceptance, and
Yeah,
not of a bad thing, but just kind of knowing, who you are, kind of an
yeah,
acceptance like that.
yeah. At some point, you know, you realize your purpose, and it's like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right, and I know you and I have talked. When we were working about it and about that passion and working where we did, there were a lot of musicians and a lot of people in the business, and there were. I remember specifically a moment. I think we were outside, probably having one of our meat table lunches. Um, from what's that restaurant? The Mexican restaurant
Oh
when we
yeah,
all
yeah,
pitched in.
yeah,
But we were just talking about it and listen. I don't know if we were both listening to conversations, but what we noticed was just this passion about it, about the music and getting excited. People talking about
yeah.
this story is failing because my memory is failing. You said I had a good memory. I don't have a good memory. Like I said, you impressed me, but um, basically what we were getting at, like I remember kind of exchanging a few words, but mostly it looks of like, yep, this is it. We are in the place, not necessarily there, but
Yeah,
just working
it's
with
the right
musicians.
environment. And a lot of times, like, there's not words for that. It's just energy. You know,
Yeah,
you can feel those things.
yeah,
And I imagine that's not with just music. That's with any field. You get a bunch of basketball players together, or you get a bunch of doctors together, and they're really passionate about what they do. It's, you know, when you hit a certain level, you know, about something that you're passionate in, is really just an understanding without even.
yeah.
It's a
That's a
beautiful
good
thing.
point. Well, so tell me about do you produce yourself, right? You produce your own music, or do you often use another producer?
Here and here and there, I tend not to really because my brain is already stretched enough.
Yeah.
But you know, I have three producers that I work with. Um,
Okay.
that I pretty much, you know, what I'm saying, do most of my music, all my music from.
What do you start with your lyrics and your rap, and then find, like, how does it work for you?
Yeah, it's all different. Um, Sometimes it's been situations where I wrote from nothing, you know, just
Yeah.
thoughts, ideas in my head, and just, you know, I happen to get with one of my producers and find a sound that I like, you know, what I'm saying, actually matched well with it. There's really no certain structure with me, you know, whenever it hits, wherever it hits, and I'm just gonna maintain it, write it down, and, you know, what I'm saying, eventually make something out of it.
Yeah. What about this past year, man? Like, what's it been like? What have you found different, or yeah, what's it been like for you?
Well, with the pandemic going on, it's been I got a lot of opportunity to sit down and play with, you know, what I'm saying, different sounds,
Hmm.
try different ideas, which has been great because, you know, discovering new music I never heard before, in different types of genre, and, you know, just kind of influencing my writing style. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, not changing who I am, staying true to you know, to who I am, but as far as, you know, delivery, you know, it's been a great feeling. So I've been in there cooking a lot, especially with me working on the album right now. Um, and get ready to drop my first single. So I really been in there a lot, just, you know, trying new sounds, seeing what I, you know, push my limits, see what all I could do.
When's the new one coming out? When you
Shooting for May.
For the whole album?
Yeah, shooting for May for the official drop. Um, it's gonna be it's actually called One Step at a Time. It is my first album that I'm dropping. Um,
Before
so
that, you've just done
I'm stoked
singles?
about that.
Before that, you just did singles?
Yeah, I did singles, and then I dropped one EP. That was about it. So luckily I was blessed to start generate a buzz just off dropping singles. So here I am.
I'm pretty excited.
First project. So yeah,
I'm pretty excited. And you said you just dropped the first single, or you're about to?
I'm about to.
When's that drop?
No Chill.
Say that again.
It's called No Chill, and it's actually produced by platinum producer Kid Wonder, who's also based out of Chicago. So I'm pretty excited to be dropping song with some big names here. So yeah.
Yeah. And that's what day does that drop? Do you know?
That's actually we're selling for a date to drop in the next 3 weeks, to be honest.
Okay.
Last time I talked to management, they were still at the round table on official release. So
well, maybe when you get in here on the 19th,
I have an idea. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
then.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
What before the pandemic? Obviously, there's not a whole lot of shows going on, but before the pandemic, what's your live performing experience been like? Where do you?
Oh, hey there. Welcome to Raw Milk. Turn on your TV, put on your stereo, get some popcorn, grab a cat, and enjoy the show. Thanks.
Constantine Burts. I want to thank all y'all for joining me tonight, and I'm here to take y'all on a musical journey. So I hope you like what you hear. Woo! Yo! Burts! Niggas don't dream no more. Couple pair of J's, I see niggas go, bro. Faith don't exist when a nigga hood famous. Ignorance is so contagious, then again it's entertaining. No Lord, my niggas don't
dream no more.
Huh?
Couple pair of J's, I see niggas go, bro. Faith don't exist
when a nigga hood famous. Ignorance is so contagious, then again it's entertaining. No Lord, hey, oh Lord, hey, oh Lord, hey, oh Lord, hey. Hold up,
my niggas don't dream no more.
Huh?
My niggas don't dream no more.
Woo! Fuck a grudge, let it go for now. Money grow trees, let's chop them down. Life is challenging when your skin is brown. I'm trying to be the best virtual I can get. These nouns, cause you went to jail don't make you real. Use a dumbass, game plan straight, pure trash. Damn it, fail fast, break fast, man these girls fast. Let me
drive past.
Life is a bitch, give me rubbers, about to bust fast. CLB, that's my nigga. Shotgun shorty, that's my hitter. You want beef? Then I deliver. I ain't even bust a rhyme and still ride digger like yeah. Niggas don't dream no more. Couple pair of J's, I see
niggas go, bro.
Woo! Faith don't exist. The nigga hood famous. Ignorance is go,
bro.
Yeah, faith don't exist when a nigga hood famous. Ignorance is so contagious. Then again,
it's entertaining.
One man, one world. He trying to take it, no sleep. Over time, he trying to make it stressed out. Going to court, fighting for his baby. Too much, all at once. He cannot take it. Negativity is all he seen to see. Mary Jane and Jameson always keep him
company.
Hoping that the chemicals erase the bad memories. Body feeling like he popping pills. He can't go to sleep. All he know is one day he gon' blow. That's all he thinks. You can keep the fancy cars, you can keep the mix. All he need is one day alone so he can
fucking think.
Making music, share it fast, like he selling link. Woo! My niggas don't dream no more. Oh Lord, My niggas don't dream no more. My niggas don't dream no more. Burts! Ah. Yo, y'all still rocking with me? How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all just getting settled in. I know I ain't the best to look yet, but I sound well how I should look. How about that?
It's about music. It's about music.
All right, y'all. We're finna hop into the next track, man. I wrote this one, a little from the heart. So yeah, I'm just keep going vibe with me.
BDV got it.
Yeah. Huh? Tell me I'm me something. Hey. Tell me I'm me something. So many signs that death is really coming my way.
Straight up.
Looked in the mirror and I saw the hurt on my face. Yeah. And I've been chilling with depression, but I'm doing okay. Yeah. I'm trapped inside my own thoughts and I can't escape. Went from the broke life to the woke life.
Know that.
Bitch, I'm the GOAT now. I'm in the scope now.
Know that.
Used to be low life, but now I'm high life.
Know that.
Used to be low five, but now I'm high five.
Know that.
Killing the vibe,
Yeah.
I'm feeling the vibe. She said she down with me, then come join the ride. Yeah, well fuck it baby girl, let's go inside. I'm about to show them everything that I got inside. And tell me I mean something. Hey. Tell me I mean something to you. Tell me I belong on this earth. Tell me my life has value and I'm worth it. And lately I feel like I belong in the dirt. I know they gon' miss me when I lay in the dirt. Something to you. Hey, tell me I belong on this earth. Tell me my life has value and I'm worth it. And lately I feel like I belong in the dirt. I know they gon' miss me when I lay in the dirt. And lately I feel like I belong in the dirt. I know they gon' miss me when I lay in the dirt. So tell me I mean something to you. And tell me I belong on this earth. Tell me my life has value and I'm worth it. And lately I feel like
I belong in the dirt.
I know they gon' miss me when I lay in the dirt. Yo, this next song I got, you know, everybody, every man, every woman been through, you know, those situations where, you know, they fell in love and start falling for someone, you know, things didn't work out. So I was a little petty with mine. So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have some fun though. I had to give my homie Kudos the Kid on here. So I'm gonna have him rock out with me. Woo! Yeah. And what we tell him, cool? Huh?
I like that, yeah.
Huh? I know you wanna, but my nigga, I promise she gon' hurt you. Nah, nigga, don't do it. Know you wanna, but she don't want it, man. She gon' do what she gon' do. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. 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 Got you in your feelings cause a nigga left you. Got you crying to your friends like a nigga hurt you. Talking all that bullshit, how about I didn't deserve you? Now you looking like a Justin, now a king just left you. Yeah, right. You was right, I was wrong. Should've left your ass alone. Should've never text your phone. Yeah, I let that bitch roam and she came back home. And she thought she was the queen, so I had to get it done. From the things you do and all the things you say, you not the one for me anyway. From the things you do and all the things you say, you not the one for me anyway. I know you wanna, but my nigga, I promise she gon' hurt you. Nah, nigga, don't do it. Know you wanna, but she don't want it, man. She gon' do what she gon' do. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved.
I never trip, man, that's too close to falling.
I can't do that.
I just say fuck it, stop texting and calling.
Yeah.
I don't mean to bother, but sometimes I wonder, and I blunder, cause I wonder why the fuck we even started.
Huh?
Heavenly hearted over my dearly departed.
Let's go.
Wish I could find it funny, David Spade, Chris Farley.
Huh.
What bitch Harley? Heart pump twice as hard for you. Why you got fat bitch arteries? From the things you do and all the things you say, you're not the one for me anyway. From the things you do and all the things you say, you're not the one for me anyway.
Yeah, I know you wanna. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved.
Yo.
Hey, she don't wanna be saved. Right on. How y'all feeling? Y'all still with me? Y'all still feeling good? I'm feeling great. This next song I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna switch it up, and it's gonna be a little bit more fun. Woo! Huh? Huh? Woo! Big boy, big boy. Woo! Big boy, big boy. Huh?
Got that sauce.
Woke up this morning like I'm on top of the world. I just got some morning hair from my favorite girl. Baby mama told me I can come get my son. Oh yeah, that girl that gave me morning head, I think she the one. Aw shucks, boy oh boy, life is pretty fucking good. Aw fuck, Mr. Rogers, get to know the neighbors in the hood. Make some extra so I drop some of my homie bugs. Huh? Happiness a choice, nigga. I'm feeling good. Niggas out here stressing, that shit funny to me. Huh? I'm gon' mind my business and go smoke me some street. Got a thick, pretty bitch that love cooking for me. She gon' catch your attitude if you keep looking at me. Oh, fuck a backwood. I still roll my loud and wide out. Keep that hero on me, case I gotta go pop out. Putting in work overtime, I don't clock out. Fuck your friend request, I'ma block your whole profile. Moms don't like it when I call a woman a bitch. I responded, sorry mama, but if the shoes fit, hey, me and my niggas acting like niggas. You can't do shit about a bitch, you just stuck with us. Woke up this morning like I'm on top of the world. I just got some morning hair from my favorite girl. Baby mama told me I can come get my son. Oh yeah, that girl that gave me more than head, I think she the one. Aw shucks, boy oh boy, life is pretty fucking good. Aw fuck, Mr. Rogers, get to know the neighbors in the hood. Woo! Make some extra so I drop some of my homie bugs. Happiness a choice, nigga. I'm feeling good. Back when I was younger, yeah. Captain and Bacardi, yeah. Now we getting bigger. Let's go. Now we getting money, ayy. I run it up, my nigga. But they still treat me like I'm a killer. Hey, oh God, shit is getting realer and realer. I ain't got time to put my head on the pillow. I ain't got time to be angry and bitter. When I want some inspiration, I'ma look up in the mirror. Back in the day, I was a follower. Woo, woo. Then I got my team and got my followers up. Woo, woo. Now that I'm a leader, nigga, bottoms up. Woo, woo. Now that I got the lead, nigga, follow up. Woo, woo. Woke up this morning like I'm on top of the world. Huh? I just got some morning hair from my favorite girl. Baby mama told me I can come get my son. Oh yeah, that girl that gave me more than head, I think she the one. Aw shucks, boy oh boy, life is pretty fucking good. Aw fuck, Mr. Rogers, get to know the neighbors in the hood. Hey, make some extra so I drop some of my homie bugs. Happiness a choice, nigga. I'm feeling good. Yeah, hey, that's like every man's dream, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Get to see the kids wake up to the huh?
Right. It's a great morning.
Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and hop in to this next track. This was really personal. First and foremost, I do want to say to anybody that's dealing with cancer, hey, keep fighting. You know what I mean? You just gotta keep pushing no matter what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into that.
Mind over matter, baby. Mind over matter.
Nigga, you played that boy.
Yo. Huh?
Rough journey, baby.
Shout out to the universe, I love you. I just wanna thank you for the struggle. I would never put nothing above you. The shit you done for me is so incredible. Yeah, doctor said I'm bipolar. Huh?
Doctor said I got cancer.
Nah.
Doctor said I can't walk.
What?
Motherfucker, I need answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
What?
Doctor said I'm bipolar.
Huh?
Doctor said I got cancer.
Nah.
Doctor said I can't walk.
What?
Motherfucker, I need answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Amazing. Amazing.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Hey, take 2 hits for the one time.
Yeah.
High five, nigga, we still alive. Tell the number niggas it's go time. Fuck out the way, I'ma get mine. No bitch, I ain't got time. Do the light of mine, I'ma let it shine. Try to interfere, that's a flat line. Tony Hawk skateboard when I grind. Drink in my cup, I don't give a fuck. Try to take my peace of mind, but you got me fucked. Check the numbers, run it up. I'm next up, batter up. Bitch, look at my face, I ain't got time to play. Get the fuck out my way, yeah. Get out the way, get the fuck up out my way, yeah. Y'all niggas got me started. Focus on feed my pocket.
Thank you for the struggle.
I would never
put nothing above you.
Huh? Yeah.
The shit you done for me is so incredible. Yeah.
Doctor said I'm bipolar.
Yeah.
Doctor said I got cancer.
True.
Doctor said I can't walk.
Motherfucker, I need answers. Yeah. Yeah. Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause a nigga feel amazing. Doctor said I'm bipolar.
Huh?
Doctor said I got cancer.
Nah.
Doctor said I can't walk.
True.
Motherfucker, I need answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Amazing. Amazing.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Rough journey.
I'll scream it loud.
Don't regret the past. I'm fucking proud. They made the person
You see now.
Middle finger,
I'm laughing loud.
Leukemia,
I'll destroy.
watch my fight,
Try to avoid.
This that sound of a spark joy.
I ain't got time for you fun boys.
Shout out to my homie
J. Lee.
This shit's bigger than money. We operate off loyalty.
Shout out to my niggas that's around me.
There's no such a thing's impossible. Hit milestones to beat obstacles. Rather if you feel it'll be illogical.
Either way, my brain is more profitable.
It's been a rough journey, motherfucker. No more fighting my brothers.
Yeah.
Walk with my back arched over.
Why?
Got the whole city on my shoulders.
True.
Black to the shit.
Luke Cage. My shit kick like Luke Cage.
Tryna see which strain gon' kill a pain.
Make sure I ain't the bottom of the food chain. Shout out to the universe, I love you.
I just wanna
thank you for the struggle.
I would never
put nothing above you.
just be one.
This shit from what me is so incredible.
Doctor
Yeah.
said I'm bipolar.
Yeah.
Doctor said I got cancer.
True.
Doctor said I can't walk. Motherfucker, I need answers.
Answers. Answers.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Doctor said I'm bipolar. Doctor said I got cancer. Doctor said I can't walk.
True.
Motherfucker, I need answers.
Whoa. Amazing.
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Huh?
Cause a nigga feel amazing.
Hey, peace and love to everybody out there that's fighting cancer. I promise you, you are a fighter. Just keep going. You feel me? Burts.
Baby.
Nigga, you played that boy.
I swear he did. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it rocking, man. I hope I'm doing y'all justice with the music. Yeah, I'm having a good time, so I hope y'all having a good night as well. This song is titled Am I Next?
Wake up every day like am I next? Is my heart gonna stop beating in my chest?
When I walk up out the door,
R.I.P.
my obituary.
Use a picture of my son and me.
They gon' try to ruin the
Image of me. They gon' say I was a thug in these streets. Wake up every day like am I next?
Is my heart gonna stop beating in my chest?
How can I love the skin that I'm in when society said that my skin is a sin? Always been a rebel deep down and within. Funny how a star angels became the demons. Y'all twisted like my history. Y'all shooting like y'all pistol beat. You tryna put holes in my bodies like them donuts that you eat. This gun up on my hips, the only thing serving protecting me. Nigga, I cannot breathe. I said, Lord knows, I pray that I stay on my feet. Cause I know that's the only way my son gon' eat. Got me feeling like Wade, gotta retire the heat. Lord knows that I'm tired, gotta get me some sleep. But wake up every day like in my next. It's my heart gonna stop beating in my chest. When I walk up out the door, R.I.P. my obituary. Use a picture of my son and me. They gon' try to ruin the image of me. They gon' say I was a thug in the streets. Woo, woo, woo. Wake up every day like in my next. Is my heart gonna stop beating in my chest? Is my heart gonna stop beating in my chest? My obituary, use a picture of my son and me. Peace and love. Man, I feel good. I feel real good to be here. I'm very grateful to be here rocking with y'all. I'm gonna switch the vibe a little bit. This one's probably a little bit more lyrical. I have fun doing this one. It's called Night Shift, so I hope you like it. Lonely nights.
It looks like you lost another one.
I'm stuck on the night shift. Police, they gripping their gun and their nightstick. I'm thinking about hitting the lick. Call up my homie, pull up with the forklift. My drugs like acrobats. They swing from my hands, start doing them backflips. I call her bitch Molly. Told her call Mary and told her let's go for a night trip. I'm having these dark moments. My energy's off like they flipping the light switch. I'm covered in all black. The devil's link on my shoulder told me nice fit. I'm watching the white man. He put up on me and I laugh like nice whip. I'm drinking that potion. I'm looking at Mother Mary like you wanna sip. Off track like a CD skip. Pipe smoking like I took a rip. Full of air like a bag of chips. Faucet water cause I like the drip. Want a movie, nigga, here's a snip. On the 10, now you want a clip. Man, these niggas talking shit up on the internet. In public, they really a fucking bitch. I'm stuck on the night shift. Police, they gripping their gun and they nightstick. I'm thinking about hitting the lick. Call up my homie, pull up with the forklift. The drugs like acrobats. They swing from my hands, start doing them backflips. I call her bitch Molly. Told her call Mary and told her let's go for a night trip. Ride, 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 ride. Ayy, I told her let's go for a night trip. Ride, 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 ride. I told her let's go for a night trip. On my left leg on phone now. Banger looking like don't touch him. Fuck that nigga, I don't know him. So why would the fuck would I trust him? Walks out there with a couple, they want a lifestyle. These hoes don't really love him. Choose one or the other, that's a no, son. Burts fuck around and take both of them. Stupid ass boy, let me tell you something. Shot town nigga, we don't back down. Fuck her back down, it's a shakedown. Now that my body don't know how to act now. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I mean right now. Homie, don't play, I ain't really here to play clown. See, I told Kanye, Rihanna, Jay-Z that cussing out Burts really run the town. Like, woo, fuck an invitation, nigga. I'm here to see the bigger picture. I try to be sweet to these women, cause I know their life is bitter. Riding in the foreign, niggas be hating, they contemplating if they really gonna make it. Force a football, peanut timid when I take it. Got these niggas jumping when I palm fake it. Nigga, I've been working because I finally found my purpose. You niggas is nervous, but it's so worth it. How would I curve it? Yo, bitch is so perfect. Yeah, bitch, I lip with a pimp like I feel like a pimp, like I steak with my shrimps. Got the little bitch in the kitchen, she whipping. I told Molly Mary that I be. I'm stuck on the night shift. Police, they gripping their gun and they nightstick. I'm thinking about hitting the lick. Call up my homie, pull up with the forklift. My drugs like acrobats. They swing from my hands, start doing them backflips. I call her bitch Molly. Told her call Mary and told her let's go for a night trip. Ride, 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 ride. Ayy, I told her let's go for a night trip. Ride, 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 ride. Ayy, I told her let's go for a night trip. Burts! Yo, y'all still with the kid?
Hey, for
Let
those
go.
who just tuning in that don't know me well, again, I'll go back Constant L. Burts. No crazy way of spelling constant. It's the correct word, constant. Constant L. Burts. That's Burts, like Burt's Bees. I'm going to go ahead and jump into my last song of the set. This one is called It's Over. And I just wanted to make something uplifting, something that makes me feel good. So I want to help other people feel good as well. So. Shout out to my homie Jamal White. He couldn't be here tonight, but he is the talented vocalist on this hook, man.
I don't wanna feel no more.
I don't wanna feel this pain no more. I feel my heart pumping blood on the floor, so I'ma let it run out the front door.
Things are gonna get easier.
I swear.
Things will get brighter.
I don't wanna feel this pain no more.
Ooh, child, things are
Gonna get easier. I swear.
Things will get brighter.
You can spend your whole life
Being a bum if you want to, fuck that.
being broke is
Something that I can't do.
Lights, camera, action,
Nigga, round of applause.
It's a new shark up in this ocean.
Now where's yours?
Get it by
Any means, marching like Mr. King,
Trying to get to the Hall of Fame
with a couple of rings.
middle finger up
In the air, who gives a fuck?
That's when shit got hard.
Nobody gave no fuck.
Now I'm the man.
Showing up,
Got my fan base.
bass up.
All you hear is
Yowzers.
Then they throw their hands up. Yow.
Trying to take off like a shooting star.
Why eat like a king
When I can eat like a god.
Cause I don't wanna feel no more.
I don't wanna feel this pain no more.
I feel my heart pumping blood on the floor, so I'ma let it run out the front door.
Child, things are gonna get easier.
Ooh, child,
Things will get brighter.
I don't wanna feel this pain no more.
Child, things are gonna get easier.
Ooh, child,
Things will get brighter.
I don't wanna feel this pain no more.
I don't wanna feel no more.
I don't wanna feel this pain no more. I feel my heart pumping blood on the floor. Hey, I can't see all y'all, but I know damn for sure all y'all look beautiful. And I want to thank y'all for rocking with the homie Constant L. Burst tonight. Peace and love. Good night.
Yeah.
Love you, nigga.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. Little bit of a hiccup. Basically the band got a flat tire, premium blend, and we're really sorry. We were super excited to have them on. It's just been a crazy day, but we promise we're gonna have them on again. We're gonna try and get them on soon. We'll figure something out, maybe if we have to do something special even, but that way we can get it going. In the meantime, what we will do is we've got the interview up with Jared, Constant L. Burts, and Premium Blend. Check them out. You can find more about them on Facebook, on all the streaming platforms, and please support them because, as you know, a flat tire means you got to fix it. And if you got to fix it, it means it costs money. So be sure to help us out. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. The Raw Milk interview. If you're watching this after then, that was a Friday before you're watching it now. We've got on Friday the 19th. Welcome to the Raw Milk interview, by the way. We've got Constant L. Burts, and we've got Premium Blend. I am so excited for this show. It's very it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be our second full band with you guys, and you guys are you're a 4-piece jazz band.
Yeah, it's a jazz quartet. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then Constant is he's an MC, and I believe he's going to have a DJ. I hope that's conversations. But I know that I've seen you. I know that I've watched you play. You're one of my favorites. I've seen you everywhere from outside at a place where people were playing cornhole. To the Chatterbox, I think I saw the Jazz Kitchen. I've seen you around, and I've never seen Premium Blend though live. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've watched some videos and things, but you guys have been around. How long have you guys been a band?
Man, I guess starting from the very first iteration of fine-tuning this machine.
Okay. And that's, maybe I have seen you then. I just didn't know if I saw you as Premium Blend.
It kind of evolved, I guess. I mean, it initially it started with me playing at the Chatterbox on Sundays with my brother on trumpet. Okay. And then he went into his classical music direction, which has served him extremely well. And I kept honing the jazz elements. And so personnel's changed a couple of times in the past 11 or 12 years. And so now it's got its solid core 4 of myself on Jones on piano and keyboard bass, and a composer as well. And Brian Yard with also composes, plays drums, and just gives a little bit of extra rhythmic flair that helps sets our material off.
Well, and I think one of the things I really enjoy and I'm looking forward to about you guys is just the musicianship of everyone. And you were talking about everybody being composers and everybody, you have such an incredibly rich background in that band. Indianapolis is actually pretty well known for its jazz scene, so it's not surprising to me. I remember seeing the old cats at the Chatterbox back in the early 2000s, I guess is when I turned 21. And that's when I went to see them, is when I was 21. But I think everybody's picked up the torch. I don't think it's really faltered, or what's the word? I don't think it's, lessened by any means, the quality and the professionalism and just the entertainment value.
Yeah, I mean, it's never gone anywhere. Now, the quote unquote like spotlight that may or may not have always existed, or the intensity of that spotlight that may have existed on Indianapolis jazz, has definitely gone up and down over the past, I'd say 70 years. But no one ever was like, you know what, we don't want to play jazz music anymore. That's just not our thing. We don't have a sound. That's not what we do. It's always been a very integral component of the sonic fabric of this city, whether you realized it or not, from celebrated names, right? That this younger generation coming up may not have any kind of context or awareness of. So that's part of our responsibility as well. Just any jazz musician here in Indianapolis, it's part of our responsibility to kind of perpetuate and remind people of that rich history, while also making it accessible and applicable for 2021.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned David Baker. We've lost a lot of great jazz musicians, especially in the area recently. Well, it depends on what you consider recently. David Baker's in the past couple of years, I believe.
Yep.
And Jack Guilfoyle passed away.
Melvin Ryan.
I've seen or heard in my entire life.
Yeah. That man was an absolute cyborg.
And he played with
Chatterbox, and there's an art piece on the stage of a silhouette of Claude and Frank playing that's still up there today, which I think is really, really something else.
I guess I don't even remember the last time I was in there.
It's been a full year since they've been open, which is really interesting to think about in the context of how long we've been dealing with this pandemic and what's opening, not opening, what's safe and what's not safe. And wherever people feel on that conversation. But to go for an entire year without such a training ground and communal meeting place is something that, I just noticed it yesterday. There was like, it's 365 days since they've been open. I mean, it's the loss of that music there is definitely felt across the city for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys took the pandemic. I don't remember. Did you? Yeah, you started that video. You did a movie or something with somebody, right?
Yeah, over the summer of 2020, we were commensurate because it's concert, but there's documentary elements, and both of them together. I just like the word too, but it's not a full featured documentary, and it's kind of not a full featured concert. So we just focused on docu-concert. We put that together, and that was released for Jazz Fest the last week of November, with Daniel Arthur Jacobson was our videographer, helped us edit. Ryan Taylor produced it. It was a great experience. It was a lot of fun to keep music alive and be able to see people in a safe way while there was just so many things going on in 2020, and to put our own spin perspective on all of those social issues while still presenting the music and the story behind our music. So we were all really proud of it.
Yeah, you should be. It's really good. I've watched it a couple of times.
Thank you.
Yeah. So other than that, have you played out much?
Myself, I have not. I personally haven't performed in a live setting since the weekend before warmer and do outdoor gigs because that's what I was comfortable with. Some of the other guys have performed here and there as well, but it's not like it was a year and a half ago. I mean, none of us are really performing with the frequency that we're accustomed to. But we're getting back in it. There's the NCAA tournaments here in Indianapolis. So that's provided so many different opportunities for so many different artists, not just jazz artists. I mean, just pick a genre and that's who's going to be out performing in downtown. So I think this is a really fun way to get back in it, to have a live audience, to have a live element, and to just get back together and recapture that chemistry that we have playing together. Because it's been a minute. We got to see where we are and where we want to go, as far as that goes.
Well, and it's work too. I mean, like that's the thing is, I was having some technical difficulties, and I think a couple of things have popped up during this interview. So I apologize. We're upgrading. We needed to upgrade a little bit so that we could have you guys on and do what we wanted to do.
Nice.
Wanted to make it easier for ourselves, but we originally scheduled this interview for yesterday, and then the power went out, and then we tried to do it today at 2:30. Well, we initially said 2:30 and then 3:30, and it's now almost 4:30, so we didn't even get started nearly on time. Shoot, where was I going with this?
It's work. I mean, we're here. We make it work. We try to do what we can to alleviate any of the X factors that we have no control over,
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's stuff that, I know what it was. I know why. Because when you were being extremely patient, and I appreciated it, but you told me, you said, I'm just practicing, So, and so like it is something that we have as a passion, but it's work, and we work at it all the time, even when people don't see us doing it. And so it feels weird. I feel even doing the stuff that we're doing here, I still feel incredibly out of work and out of place because I'm not running any live sound. And I imagine you feel the same way. And I know that a lot of musicians have felt that way.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's a thing of, are you a musician are you considered a musician if you have no place to play? Right. The answer is yes, and so it's been nice to bone up on some things and approach the music from some different angles and just, knock the dust off for sure. And then there's also periods of time last year where it was just like, I'm not touching my horn right now. I'm not feeling it, and so just to kind of let it sit there for a little while, but to pick it back up, get familiar with it, to make a connection with it again, is something that is rewarding in and of itself. So days like today, days like yesterday, I just have my horn set up in the kitchen and I've got Food Network on mute and I'm just running tunes or playing long tones, and anywhere between like 4 and 6 hours a day, off and on, just to keep that element of performance with me. That being said, you can practice all you want to. There's nothing like actually performing. That's, you get one shot at it and that's it. And you have to develop. And so that's going to be an adjustment to get used to as well. The preparedness is there. It's the execution that we all have to get familiar with again. And again, that's any kind of musician or artist or live artist that performs.
Yeah. And that's incredibly true. And I don't know. And the other thing is if you don't keep it up, especially with something like a saxophone or any of the wind instruments, you end up drooling all over yourself pretty quickly.
Which is where I was 2.5, 3 weeks ago. It was startling. It was just like, all right, I've put the horn down for long enough. My endurance isn't where it used to be. The muscles in my mouth aren't familiar. That many things that I do with my mouth that I may not be aware of to get a certain sound in a certain register weren't there anymore. It's my fault, So
there's nothing like getting a cramp in your face.
And then you just feel that bottom lip just literally just give up and you're done for a while. That's it,
I had a long time ago. I hadn't played in maybe a year or two, but I picked up a New Year's Eve gig because they lost their saxophone player for polka. I was like, I can do polka, no problem. An hour through it, I couldn't feel.
It hurts.
It was just not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was not fun.
So it's an endurance thing, and that can only be remedied by just continuous reps. I mean, it's very much like going to the gym, conditioning or conditioning training for a marathon. You just have to keep putting reps on it and extending that time a little bit longer every time you do it. And before you know it, your body has an amazing innate way of correcting itself and just doing things that you just don't realize that you're aware that it's doing. So I'm glad to say that yesterday, today they were wonderful opportunities to just play and practice. And I feel like I'm back in fighting weight and fighting condition again.
I think I'm, like I said, I'm really looking forward to this. It's been a long time since I've been in the room with a jazz band.
Me too.
Yeah, I imagine. But, and speaking to that, you were talking about making the choice not to play out. Another thing is that for vocalists, for any musician, even drummers, lungs are super important. And not having, to catch this illness is very devastating to somebody who makes their living off of performing.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say that I wasn't concerned. That's not it. I think every musician or artist had pick a day, and that concern was on a sliding scale. Some days you felt more comfortable, other days you didn't. And I think all of us had those moments. And so the decision wasn't to politicize anything or to follow whatever's trending as far as that goes. But I'm very blessed that my grandmother's still here and she's very active and she's hilarious. And I want to see my grandmother when all this is over and done with. My parents. I want to see them. And so it was just kind of being cautious, not thinking about performance per se, but just as far as family and things away from the music that I value, that help influence the music, that I wanted to make sure I was doing my part to keep my people healthy and happy. And, all of us got irritated with it for sure. But yeah, it was just a time to just kind of sit and just not do that. And when the time was right, when I felt comfortable and when everyone else felt comfortable, and then we'd be back out there to do it. Everyone had to just.
Oh, hey there. I just want to let you know once again, we apologize. Premium Blend, due to a series of unfortunate events, aren't going to be able to perform tonight. We will attempt to get them on at a later date, and we maybe are going to try to do something special just to get them on, just to make it up to everybody, make it up to them. We really were excited. But yeah, some things that we had no control of made it so that we couldn't have them on tonight. That being said, thank you for watching. Please check us out on YouTube. Watch our videos. We love it when you do that on YouTube. It means a lot to us. You can even just put it on, let it play. Fine with me. And on April 2nd, we've got Charlie Ballantyne and Chris Wolf. We're extremely excited about that. Watch out or look out for the interviews. I'm going to be doing those and putting them up, hopefully. And then, yeah, it's really weird ending early.
If you don't have it all together, I promise you're not alone. Promise so you'll figure out the rest. All that you can do is do your best, oh your best. Sometimes I let go. I wish I could see in the moment what should be, and the things that lurk beneath unknown. I spend the present anxious for the future and fearful of the past, scared that I will never measure up to the fiction in my head, oh scared that I will always be the boy that is picked last. Oh, time it goes so fast. All that you can do is do your best. If you don't have it all together, I promise you're not alone. All that you can do is do your best. Just show up, boy, I promise so you'll figure out the rest. All that you can do is do your best, oh your best.
Is this thing on? What? Ah.